What up again? It's the Jacob Gym series, I guess. Again. No wild happenings. Actually, some pretty important news, actually. Wow, those fucking inches. I got paid, which means I got paid by the VA. I was struggling with the VA for a while. Literally just yesterday I was eating nothing but rice and tuna. And now I got paid by the VA. Damn, it takes a little fucking... Paid by the VA, which means almost $4,200. Now I am good to go, I guess. Fuck. I'm good to go, I guess. So I know it took me like one whole fucking minute to explain all that, but now that I'm paid, the bulk is back on. I didn't weigh myself this morning because I didn't expect to be fucking paid. And I say this morning very loosely because I didn't, my sleep schedule's all over the place because I like to play video games with my sisters. But we are good to go. Like, I got some food from, I got a burrito from this burrito place I really like to go to. And so I always get steak and bacon and egg burrito. It's so fucking good. It's got cheese, cream cheese in it. Steak and bacon, of course. Egg. All that shit. And then a lime jarritos, which I don't know. So that whole meal, I don't know how many calories that is, or even grams of protein that is either. But that was like an actual fucking meal. And that was the only thing I ate today. And the quality of my lifts in general today felt like way better. And what I mean by quality is like I recovered faster and I didn't hate doing it, which is really fucking good. Because if you can recover quickly and feel like you're back at close to 100 every single time you in between rests, and you go back after a rest and you feel like you're almost at 100, and you can do that with just within 3 or 4 minutes. That's a good fucking that's a good amount of time. That's not super long, but that's good if you can the sooner you're back to 100, at least for me, the better. But as long as I'm back to 100, I wait as long as I need to. But I feel fucking a lot happier, a lot less. Let's go back to things that can fuck up your motivation at the gym. Is anxiety, because I had a huge amount of anxiety that I wasn't going to get paid. Because this is money that's owed to me by the U.S. government, the federal government, and we all know how fucking snappy the federal government is when it comes to shit. Not fucking very, right? So I'm happy though, I got paid, and the anxiety of waiting and wondering if I can be able to live in my apartment is over. And during that time, I was super anxious. I was super eating low calorie meals, low protein density, low protein meals. And now we're fucking back, dude. It's exciting for me. Obviously, I'm gonna be eating even more and more and more. Today was just start. And it was just, I literally only had one meal today, which is not enough, of course. But I felt way better because it was it was a full meal. You know what I mean? So, I feel a lot fucking better, and I'm only gonna continue to feel better because, yeah. So, protein. One thing let's talk about protein. Sources of protein, I don't really know all too much about what specific kind of protein you want to be eating in general, because it's all just fucking it's all protein, right? Protein is protein, sort of. There's plant proteins, there's animal proteins, there's fungal, like proteins you get from like fungus, like mushrooms and shit, which are more similar to animal proteins than they are to plant proteins. Like, there's all sorts of shit where you can make option. Like whey, there's like whey concentrate and whey isolate. I don't fucking know the difference between any of that shit, right? But all I know is that the amount of protein you want to be consuming, and this is really for me to know, the amount of protein I want to be consuming is, I want to hit like 200 grams a day, because my goal is to be 200 pounds of man, of muscle. Well, that's where I'm trying to take the bulk, is to 200 pounds, and then maintain for a month. But in general, like, the bare minimum I want to say, if you're going to be bulking, is like 1 gram of protein per pound of body fat, or not body fat, per pound of body weight, I meant to say, right? If you want to see like some actual fucking progress. Now, you need to be hitting calories, but we're not going to talk about calories super in depth today. Hitting your protein for recovery is so fucking important. You don't understand. Like your muscles just need it, because your muscles are protein essentially at its core. So make sure that you are eating protein, and you are eating protein from multiple sources. It doesn't have to be a lot from multiple sources, but when I was like peak bulking like a month ago, before I went poor, I was, it was like eggs, beans, fucking, even the protein you get from tortillas is another source of protein. It's not a lot of protein, mind you, but it is a plant protein. So we have 2 different plant proteins, an animal protein in the form of like eggs, which those proteins are easily digestible. If I swear to God, I say protein one more time. Getting shit from like, what's another thing? Beef, red meat, as opposed to like white meat, red meat as opposed to like poultry meat. It's a different source of protein. There's variation. You can't just be eating like the same thing. And I love consistency. I love my breakfast being the same every fucking time. Another one, lactase and lactase, both of them, just proteins you get from milk, right, and cheese. That shit is good too. Obviously, I don't really like drinking milk all that much, but I fuck with cheese, and so I'll usually put cheese in my burrito if I got it. And just right there, I make 2 burritos with 4 eggs and a can of beans and like 2 slices of, is it 2 or 4 slices of cheese? I don't remember. But all of that is like over 1,000 calories when you mix in the protein shake, which is also like whey. So I'm fucking with like a bajillion different sources of protein, right? Just on one meal, right? And my body is going to be able to process most of that. I promise you. Your body will be able to process most of it. People are like, oh, you can only process like this much amount of protein in X amount of time. If you are putting in the work to such a point that like your body needs the fucking protein because you are really struggling in the gym, like you're pushing yourself in the gym, your body is going to be able to adapt to require that, to be able to digest that protein in a fast. Maybe it's not like hyper efficient, but like if you're fucking pushing yourself, your body's going to adapt. All right, and not just in the muscle department, in the digestive department as well. Your body's going to be like, okay, let's get some digestive enzymes in there, to be able to process this protein, which is what steroids are essentially. They're anabolic. Like your body becomes more anabolic. Steroids make your body more anabolic. Anabolic, all that means is just it allows you to synthesize proteins faster. You know what I mean? More efficiently, whatever the fuck. Obviously, it's not going to be like fucking, steroids, but as long as you're really fucking pushing yourself and you're eating enough protein, you'll be able to process enough protein. It's that simple. You know what I mean? So, today was a pretty quick drive, so, that's all I really got for proteins, but today was a good day, but not every day is going to be perfect. There are shit days where you feel like you just want to fucking kill yourself. I've had plenty of those. Back when I was 160 pounds of string bean and fucking bone. Come on. Open up for me, please. Of string bean and bone. I was very suicidal. Wasn't eating. And that not eating was sort of a mental choice, not, a matter of circumstances, of being broke. It was just, so depressed. And back then I was in Guam. And then they sent me to San Diego because, I got out of the Navy. But one reason that I go to the gym is because I can, right? Being able to go to the gym when you're fucking slamming back a shit ton of protein, it's like I just ate a shit ton of protein. Like, I better put it to use, you know what I mean? That's just like a little mental thing, is like, people say, oh, don't buy the supplements unless you're not fucking serious about it. I understand that because you don't want to waste money, but buying the supplements and taking them every day is more reason, because it's like, I don't want to waste the supplements, you know what I mean? And like, obviously that's not the core reason that I fucking, do what I do, but, it's a support. You can have multiple reasons you join the gym, join whatever gym and started weightlifting, because I had multiple reasons for joining the Navy, plenty of reasons for joining the Navy. There were some core reasons, and then there were some side reasons, because it's more of a question of why do you join the military, and then why the Navy instead of the other branches, right? It's they're supporting reasons, you know what I mean? Not everything is so down the middle, black and white. So I'm about to finish this up, but there's no, you got to draw from multiple sources, and I find that, having the supplements and taking the supplements is a small source, but is a source nonetheless that I like to draw from. You know what I mean? So, yeah, anyways, I'll see you later. Time to go up and take a shower and all that bullshit, so.